Hello, hello. Welcome to yoga. I know what you're all thinking. Where is the plant? Don't worry. Don't panic. The palm tree is going to be back. In the meantime, there's a couple of really lovely cushions over there. And palm tree is fine. Not at a doctor's, but just at the neighbor's because of a little holiday that's coming up. And you're hopefully in Shavasana. This was very pointless. You're like, where's my class? I didn't want to know this. I had my eyes closed. Anyway, close the eyes now, take a few breaths, arrive, feel the ground underneath you, that sort of thing. And then we want to stretch out nice and long, pointing the fingers and toes, moving into the fingers and toes, into the wrists and ankles, and then feet to the ground. And we hug the knees in towards us, left knee on top of the right into a lovely little twist in which we're turning the head to the left and dropping the knees to the right. One of my favorite variations of Markadasana, or the monkey pose, but obviously go into one that's nicer for you if you want. And then a little way of deepening would be bringing the left knee closer to the right shoulder, straightening the right leg. Yes, I'm even shifting my hips over to the left a little bit more to deepen. And then from here onto the right side and the front. So you're going to face the back now. And sorry about the background noise. Sorry, not sorry. So that left knee comes close towards the right shoulder, but left foot is out, you can see. And maybe move into the neck a little bit. You could come higher as well. Try not to raise the shoulders, push them down. But make it dependent on how you feel in your lower back. And we've got that same thing coming up on the other side, obviously a bit different with that right leg then going forwards. But first just coming back and into a very, very gentle butterfly, I think they call it in English. So soles of the feet together, knees drop, and a little rounding of the back. And then we do the other side. First, that reclined twist. So right knee on top of the left, and we drop the knees to the left side, turn the head to the right. And just lie there comfortably, finding where you are comfortable and staying there, observing the breath on the right side maybe. That's always a nice thing to do here on that side, an easy thing to do as well. And then we might deepen, you don't have to, but straightening the left leg and pulling the right knee closer to the left shoulder would be one way of doing that if you wanted to. And then from there, if we want if we were in this position, we can also just straighten both legs or reach that right knee forwards. And here on the side, you can see a little bit better. So nothing to do with Rajkapodasana. So that right knee is going out rather than in, or the foot is really what is different. And here on this side, you might take things a little bit deeper, already coming onto the hands, maybe forearms if you were on the chest beforehand, and just move into the neck a little bit in any way that's comfortable for you. It does look a bit dreary and dull without that plant, doesn't it? I kind of miss it. Okay, we come back onto the back and yes, one more time. This time, feet a little bit closer to you and let yourself drop forward. So same thing as before, you want to round your back, you want to feel that release. Pathak Yoga bound angle pose. And slowly come up. From here, stretch your left leg out, right foot to the left inner thigh, reach the arms up and fold forwards onto that left leg or towards it. And we inhale and raise the right arm. Exhale, bring the hand down. Breathe in, raise the left arm. Hopefully that feels nice. I like that twist a lot. And breathe out. Come down and roll up through the spine, changing sides. So allowing yourself to round a little bit as you come forwards. And then inhaling, raising the left arm. And exhaling, bringing the hand down. Inhaling, right arm goes up. I feel like I was breathing slower on that side, definitely. And coming back down, and we roll up through the spine. And then come into a comfortable Shukrasana, cross-leg position. Round your back, hands on the knees. Arch your back, hands can stay on the knees. We round and drop the head. We arch gently and raise the head. And a few more like that. Little spinal activation, and then right hand down, left arm over to the right side, left hand down, right arm to the left side, and a few more like that. And we can deepen every time we go over to the other side, bending that supporting arm a little bit, and then twist gently, spine straight, opening up to the right side, opening up to the left side. And then round your back, inhale, raise the arms, exhale, slowly float them down, hands on the ground as you move into your neck gently, roll into your shoulders, gently as well. And a few more of those. You can then raise your hands and let the hands and elbows guide the way in these shoulder rolls as well. You can raise the head and raise the arms, and then interlocking the hands, press the palms to the back, drop the chin to the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then from here, nice and slowly, probably not, no, I knew that was coming. Release the hands and come onto all fours. See, I knew exactly what was going to happen. And then from here, moving into the wrists a little bit and into the hips. So you want to guide circles with your shoulders and with your with your hips, with your tailbone. And then hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We arch our back and look up and hold that. Keep breathing. And then round your back, drop the head and hold here too. And then back, inhaling and arching, exhaling and rounding, more flowy. And you can tuck the toes under and raise the knees off the ground and do those, variation of Marjariyasana. Marjariya, the cat, kitty coo. And we obviously have the option, the kitty coo. I don't know why I said that, but I did. We obviously have the option of keeping the knees on the ground. Can hold here, and then inhale, raise your right arm, opening up to the right side. As you exhale, you can straighten that arm to the front and straighten the legs into a side plank. And then back down, knees to the ground, or not, your choice. And opening up to the left side. Maybe straightening all the way into a full side plank. Again, options, people. We don't have to do everything that we think we should do. Sometimes less is more. Cool. Inhale, arch your back and raise your right leg. Exhale, round your back, bring the knee to the dropped head. And as always, find your rhythm. The only thing that's important is what your breath is comfortable with. The body, the movements can adjust. And hopefully they have already. You might be faster, you might be slower than me. Now tuck your left toes under, raise the knee off the ground, arching and rounding with that right knee. Doing the same thing, straighten your left leg as you raise the right leg, and knee to the dropped head. And then step your foot in between the hands, raise your right arm to a lovely twisted lunge. Release and come into a plank, holding that plank. And drop the knees, chest and chin. Hold here as well for a moment. And then breathing in, arching in cobra, so keeping the pubic bone in touch with the ground. And as you exhale, push to the back. And toes tucked under so that you're rounding a little bit more. Coming up onto all fours again for the other side. So starting by inhaling and raising the left leg as you arch. Exhaling and bringing the knee to the dropped head. And you know the drill, you know exactly what's coming. We listen to the breath, we let it guide the leg up and down. Every time you inhale, the leg goes up and we arch. Every time you exhale, the leg goes down and you round. And from here on the next exhale, tuck your right toes under, raise the knee. Do one round like that, and then on the second one, you straighten the right leg. Knee to the dropped head as you exhale, stay for a moment, and then step the foot in between the hands, raise your left arm, look up. And release. We come into a plank. Knees could come to the ground as well if you don't want to hold. Slightly longer hold, not too much. And Ashtanga Namaskar, or hovering your chest and chin over the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push the hips up. Get comfortable here. Obviously we've done that stretch into the leg a little bit already, but we haven't held for long, so anything you need to do here to deepen and to stretch into the backs of the legs. And then knees come down just enough to hover over the ground so we can jump to the front, but we can step as well. Wrap the arms around the legs and then halfway lift, hands to the shins. I do miss the plant. Arms to the sides, halfway still. And we breathe in and come up to standing. Breathe out, hands to the heart center. Inhale, Hastu Dhanasana. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, step your right foot to the back. Sink down as you exhale. Straighten your spine as you inhale. Hands can stay on the ground. And exhale into a plank. Hold your breath in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale, right leg goes up. We exhale and flex the foot, drop the heel. We inhale and raise the left hand, maybe bringing the hand around the ankle. Keep your neck dropped though, or your head dropped, even your neck relaxed. Exhale, step the right foot to the front. Of course, you've got the option of now inhaling and raising that right arm if it went down. And then right arm on the inside of the right leg, raise your left arm. And maybe a bound extended side angle here. Look down. Oh, we know what's coming. Left foot to the front, coming into Svargvijasana, twice born paradise, bird of paradise. Straighten that left leg, make it a little bit longer here, and then keep that leg, right leg high as the arms go up. On an exhale, into Virabhadrasana, Warrior 3, flexing the right foot, bending the left leg. Just an option, obviously that's a little bit harder. And step into Warrior 1, right foot to the back. Good, now adding Gomukh arms with that right elbow high, maybe binding the hands, but of course, as always, your left hand can go to your right elbow and we come to the right side, dropping down, keeping our arms in that Gomukhasana position. Cow face, cow's mouth, mukh, mouth or face. And then hands to the heart center or something else as we reach the torso to the front, sinking into that left leg, opening up the arms if we want. Gate latch, I think, and hands down. Looked like I almost stumbled there. And step to the front, arms around the legs again. And guess what? We're going to breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Breathe out, bring the hands to the heart center. I think we're ready for the other side. Inhale, Hast Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back. And sink the hips down as you exhale. We inhale and straighten our spine a little bit more, opening the chest to the front, and exhale into that lovely plank. Hold your breath, coming into Chaturanga Dandasana. That can be a slightly longer breath hold. And inhale into upward dog. As always, that rhythm is up to us. Exhale into downward dog or mountain. And inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, flex the foot, drop the heel. Maybe that left hand stays exactly where it is. If you're going for that bind, but you notice that you have to look to the front and you let that right shoulder come forwards, no, then leave that hand where it is. Step forwards, raise that left arm, twisted lunge. And we release left hand on the inside of the left foot. Open up to the right side, staying in Utthita Barsukhanasana, no bind even necessary. I don't like to start again, and also we're not robots. So step that right foot to the front, left leg up, bird of paradise. I should have said, obviously you've got the option of straightening the left leg here as well, but many different ways of doing this. Leg stays high no matter what you did with it, arms go up. Breathe in, and on an exhale, Warrior 3. Hands at the heart center. Remember, this is supposed to, so whatever the arms are doing, we should be aware of the shoulders pressing up towards the ceiling here. And then inhaling into Warrior 1, adding Gomukha Asana arms. You can see that from the other side. So yeah, bind or whatever else is possible, and we're opening up to the left side, dropping the torso. Wide-legged forward fold, and then from here, hands maybe to the heart center, maybe already opening up. We sink into the right leg, we stretch that left leg out. So allow yourself a few different options here. That back heel could also be on the ground while the toes are going up. Step to the front, Uttanasana, and inhale into Hasta Uttanasana. And exhale, Anjali Mudra. Breathe in, arms go up. And breathe out, fold forwards. Nice slow breaths. We can guide them. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, maybe all the way up with the arms. Staying. On an exhale, step into a plank and lower into Chaturanga. That can be an exhale or a breath hold. Inhaling, we want to arch, and exhaling back up. But make it dependent on you. We're stepping that right foot to the front this time and raising the arms and torso into Ashwa Sanchalanasana. And we come down, straightening the right leg. If it gets too much here to balance, because we're doing it a few more times, bring that left heel to the ground. No one's going to judge you. And even if they did, they wouldn't, because they can't see you. So do what feels right here. Sometimes balance is a little bit off. We open up into Warrior 2 from here and inhale, Reverse Warrior. And we flow through this as well, doing different things with the arms that might feel good, that might challenge us a little bit more. Working a little bit deeper into the body if we want. And then coming into Trikonasana from here, triangle pose. Hips push towards the left side of the mat, and then come forwards into a half moon. Yeah, I think my balance was very much off on that day, but that happens, it's okay. Inhale, come to standing, and exhale, hands to the heart center. That's the second time that I realized. Inhale, back into Hasta Uttanasana, and exhale Uttanasana, breathing in, stepping the left foot to the back. Breathe out, just deepening, hips down, inhale, arms up. A couple of breaths here. Then whenever you're exhaling next, step into a plank and drop into Chaturanga Dandasana. You can hold your breath if you want. Inhale and arch, the same as before. Just listening to the breath, making sure that what you do is, genuine, makes sense to your body. Left foot to the front, right heel off the ground, inhaling into that crescent pose or equestrian pose. Exhaling into a Parsvottanasana variation. So again, the heel can be high, it can be on the ground. That left heel, right heel, of course. Left heel, of course. The left heel hopefully is on the ground anyway. But hey, vary all you like with these things. Variation is super welcome. The guru only knows best if they really know you, and that guru-student relationship open up into Warrior 2, and then inhaling into Reverse Warrior, exhaling into extended side angle. That used to be very different. I think I've said that before. You lived with that guru, they knew you inside and out. Of course, then the guru knows best. But now you need to know best. You know your body best, and you can vary however you want. Coming to Trikonasana, looking up if that's comfortable for the neck. Hovering the hand as I am or holding on. And then from here into that half moon, step forwards, nice and gently. You could be much higher. In fact, I feel like that would have been a good idea for me on that particular occasion. And we inhale into Hasta Uttanasana, exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, raise your arms, maybe a little arch. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale into a lovely chair pose, Utkatasana, just a gentle one. You could sink a little bit deeper, hips maybe slightly further to the back, and I'm saying that because maybe mine should be. Knees together, feet together if possible. Then hands to the heart center. And we open up to the left side, looking up to the ceiling. I do remember this. I found this one challenging as well. I don't know where I was with my thoughts. We're raising that right foot and then stepping to the back. Give yourself a little moment here to hold before you step back. Maybe binding, maybe looking up, maybe looking to the back, maybe looking down. And then join us in looking down as you step forwards and take that left leg with you as you come up. Look to the back. The things that can be challenging for the body, and how something so simple as your gaze can change. We're back into our Utkatasana, and then we'll set up for the other side. Hands at the heart center. Try not to let them creep to your right shoulder. Look down to the ground. That makes it easier. I definitely needed that. And knees together as you raise that left foot and then step it to the back. You may bind, you may not want to. Just showing you. Just a little variation. We look down to the ground. We step the left foot forwards and raise the right leg as we take ourselves up. Do you say that? I seem to have issues with my language today. Anyway, we look to the back if our balance allows, and then we come back into our chair. From here, we sink a little bit lower. We look up. That also helps with sending the arms further to the back, and then hands to the ground. Step your right foot to the back, breathing in Ashtavasana, breathing out, sinking deeper, and bringing that right knee to the ground, inhaling into an arch, and exhaling into a plank. And actually from here right into Chaturanga Dandasana, potentially with that left leg off the ground. On an exhale, Parvatasana. Bend your legs, knees come forwards and down, and we jump to the front and back into Utkatasana. And from here on an exhale, step the left foot to the back. Inhale, arms go up. Ashtavasana. Sinking down, left knee to the ground, untuck the toes, inhaling into a back bend, exhaling, hands down, step into a plank, maybe right leg off the ground as you come into Chaturanga, and inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog, mountain, triangle, jump to the front, step to the front, and inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, raise your arms. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale into Kagasana. This is a tough call, but try to keep the heels on the ground. Exhale, step the right foot to the back. Immediately, right leg comes down. We inhale and raise the arms and look up. We exhale and open up to the right side. Grab hold of that right foot if you're so inclined. Just an option. And we come back now from here into that Chaturanga Dandasana, left leg high. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog or mountain. Bend your legs, step or jump to the front. Inhale, come up, and exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, back into Kagasana. And it's harder when you look up. Even harder. Exhale, step to the back, left knee to the ground. Inhale, arch. And on your next exhale, open up to the left side. Grab hold of the back foot. Look to the back. Your right arm can help you press that right knee out if necessary. Step into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward dog. And exhale into Parvatasana. Legs, look forward, jump the feet to the outside of the hands this time to come into Malasana, looking up, lengthen the spine, hips drop down, then hands come down, and I need a bit more space here to come into Bakasana. Yeah, totally off balance here, but I think it's good to show these things as well. We're all sort of different every day. Try to press your heels together or the soles of the feet. Play around with your gaze here. Look further forwards like a bird of prey. Looks at its prey. And then come down, sending yourself into Halasana, maybe moving into your wrists a little bit. if you were in Bakasana. Might have been that you were just playing around a little bit with shifting weight forwards. You could also come into Karnapirasana here, ear pressing pose. You could play around with where you want your hands to be. Generally in Karnapirasana, but also Halasana, that plow pose, a little bit deeper if the arms go to the back as well. But everyone's different, so slowly roll onto the back. Arms and legs go up, moving into wrists and fingers. And then relax your arms. Just keep your legs up high. And if you're just subscribed to YouTube, we're coming to the end of this class. As always, you will find a link to the full 60-minute class in the description. So yeah, join my on-demand service if you want. If not, thank you so much for joining. Give yourself enough time here to stay in that half plow, and maybe enough time to also release and come into Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, really. Sometimes we don't want to hold as long as at other times. So thank you for joining.